Hello, 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 hello. Hi guys. This is Bhaumik from Aussizz Group WA. This is again our very popular series Ask Aussies, and we are going to cover all your live questions, and I'll try to answer it. So the first, I've got Sams Gupta. Hi, my friend, and then of course Pri. Hi, please. You can ask me your question, and I'll be able to help you. Yes, standing. Yep. Kashish. All right. Kashish got a question that if the Baker 190 invite chances in NSW or Western Australia. Okay, my friend. So the NSW, well, we don't have much data for NSW right now, so I cannot comment on that. But the points what you mentioned is good. So I'm hoping that you will be able to you will be able to get some good news for NSW. But if you talk about WA, then uh, it has a lot of reason I need to understand and then suggest you the answer because of course we've got the quota for the schedule 2 which is a general stream where the competition is a bit higher, and then the quota for graduates where the competition is kind of kind of moderate. So it depends on whether you are whether you are trying to work around with the graduate stream or the general stream. But feel free to drop an email or maybe leave a message here, and we'll try to work around these things for you. All right. Then we have got this gentleman, Akhil. My visa is expiring in 2 months. Any chance of invite within 2 months? 85 points for 189. No work experience. Is civil draft person? Well, see, 189 invitation round, something that we don't know how far and I mean how often they want to run it. But in terms of the occupation, then your occupation is one of the most priority occupation in Western Australia and some other states as well. And I'm very sure that if you would try to go with the Western Australia, then you have got a very good chance as a civil draft person for a 491 or a 190. Puneet, uh, before Puneet, I have got a question from Jamin. How does Victoria know I'm in a priority sector? The ROI doesn't ask for employment detail, and the EOI only includes the job designation. Is that enough? How actually it works? Okay, so Victoria has their own priorities STEM kind of a area which they have got designed in order to select people. That's number one. Number two, ROI. Of course, ROI does ask for employment detail, and the EY also include, of course, if you have got a work experience, right? So the ROI itself is going to give them a lot of idea about your credibility in order to get the invitation. So if you are not very sure about your ROI, then of course you can visit one of my office in Melbourne, and my team will definitely help you. Puneet, I have received one invite for 491 Victoria and I'm planning to apply for it. I need to know if I can submit UI for ROI, UI and ROI for 119 Victoria or any other state. I'm an accountant sitting at 85 points working in regional Victoria for. Well, see, Puneet, first of all, your occupation is an accountant, and of course, it doesn't have a lot of chances in another state if you consider Western Australia or New South Wales, because they are always going to ask you that, okay, if you are living in that state, then only they'll invite you. So, considering another state is not a very wise idea right now for you. Going with the 491 is a wise thing at this point of time because the competition is very high and the quota is not so good uh, for non-critical and non-priority occupation. Apart from this 491, of course, if you have already secured the 491, then the invitation for 190 in Victoria is kind of a challenge, for this financial year. But go with the 491, Puneet. You shouldn't hesitate to accept this. But the time is very crucial, and we don't want to muck around a bit. What about early childhood teacher, 75 points, 190 Victoria? Well, see, I mean, teacher are always kind of a priority at this point of time. And 75 points, 190, if you're working in a field, Arshad, and if you secure the skill assessment, then my opinion is that you will possibly have an invite, but it's just that it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. You because lot of students who have done non-teaching related qualifications and then they all end up doing a graduate diploma in teaching. The competition in teaching also has gone a little bit higher. So if you compare the last invitation round, the points are a bit like somewhere around 80, 85 points for the teacher. So you are there in the game in the queue, but still I would say you try to improve your points. Otherwise, the patience is a key here. All right. So we have got another query from 1 second, guys. Arshad, what about early childhood? Yeah, I've answered that. I've got Nilesh, 90 points, electrical engineer, WA, working in the same field. Nilesh, if you are in Western Australia and if you've got a 90 points and working in the same field in WA, then of course you have got a very good chances to be invited. See, the invitation has just started. Of course, we have got one invitation round today, and it literally happened like 2 hours ago. So we are trying to compile all the data, and of course, I'm also waiting for the WA state to release the cutoff as well. But in the meantime, I would say that if you are invited, great. If you're not invited, of course, you are having a good chance. So stick around, my friend. Don't move. Arfat Rahman. Any chance for 491 accounting, management accountant, auditor with 100 points? Absolutely possible, Anik. Because if you have seen the last invitation round in Western Australia, the accountant, let me just open that for you. The accountant was invited. The accountant, where is it? Okay, so last invitation round, they didn't invite accountant here in WA. And this invitation round, let me check if they have uploaded the criteria here for the invites. The points are good, my friend, but yes, I don't have that information yet here. But yeah, 100 point is definitely good one, and we can certainly wait in WA. Will they introduce changes for 186 visa in November or April? 186 visa changes. I don't know what is exactly you are trying to do, but trying to ask. But we are expecting the changes by this year for the employer sponsored visa, and of course the requirement for the minimum experience in the 482 visa. But there is nothing much we know about 186 yet because of course there is nothing they have announced for 186. So yeah. The next question I have is any chance for restaurant manager for graduate visa with 75 points for 491 with advanced diploma qualification? Any chances? Okay, see, Tandin, first thing, your occupation, restaurant manager, is one of the occupation which is in kind of a priority occupation list here in Western Australia. And if you are a graduated here in Western Australia and have got 75 points and advanced diploma level qualification, then yes, you do have a good chance, my friend. Brijesh, you want to know about Dama? Okay, well, see, Dama, we've got like in Western Australia, we've got Dama available in WA Dama, which is covering Perth and the other regional area, and we have got the Dama, which is southwest, which is covering Bunbury, Busselton, and all, and then we have got another Dama, which is in Pilbara, and then another one, which is in Kalgoorlie, and of course, one last is Kimberley. So Dama is also an employer-sponsored visa. It is also covering the same visa in employer-sponsored category, which is a 482 and a 494 and a 186. So the prerequisite for Dama is that you must have an employer who is established business owner in that particular remote area and have been operating business for minimum 12 months or more. And if they have got a genuine vacancy to recruit a person in the nominated skill, and if the skill is available in the Dama program, then of course they can nominate you, apply for the endorsement, the labor agreement, and then the visa. Bridges, another thing, this is a very comprehensive process. So, of course, I cannot cover everything in detail in this live, but feel free to contact me and then I'll be able to, arrange a consultation with you. All right. Then I've got a question from Izaz, agricultural consultant with 95 points, 491 offshore. Which state can invite? Okay. First of all, if you're offshore, then you're open to apply for your expression of interest in South Australia and then Western Australia, and of course New South Wales as well. Victoria also have the same thing, and we can definitely look into other state option for you as well. But I need a little bit more information from you, and for that, I would suggest you to contact me via email, and then we can arrange a session for you to understand other category for the offshore candidates. Sorry, guys, there is a bit of a technical glitch, so I'm just struggling around. But I'm here only, so please bear with me. Yeah, okay, I'm good. Um, Thaliwa, what are my chances with 85 points or 95 points as a retail pharmacist as in for New South Wales onshore without experience but got a job now in my occupation? Well, retail pharmacists, you have got a very good chances. Staying in New South Wales and working in your own field and having this good amount of points is a very right choice. Please stick around. The invitation round have just started, so it will come through. It's a good point. Just stick around. You don't have to move around. ICT security specialist 90 points, 189, 95 points for 190, including state. Well, Mohammed, it depends on which state you're talking about because for 189, as I said, that we don't have much option and the department is not very sure how fast and how often they want to run the invitation round for 189. But yes, 190, 95 point is a good amount of point. It's just that in which state you are and what other things you have. Vraj, 70 points civil draft person, live in Melbourne. Any chance of invitation 491 family sponsored? Well, see, living in Melbourne or living in Western Australia, it doesn't have anything to do with your 491 family sponsored visa. 491 family sponsored invitations are run by the state, the federal government, and it also happen when the 189 invite happen. So basically, the federal government is only looking at 189 at this point, not the family sponsored. But chances, so I suggest you not to rely on the family sponsored. You should also consider the other options. Umesh, my study is going to finish in July 2025. I'm diploma civil construction design. What to do next because I'm not eligible for TR. Umesh, if you're doing a diploma in civil construction design, I think then it's not a diploma. It must be advanced diploma. First thing. The second thing, if you're completing a 2-year study in advanced diploma civil construction design, then you're also eligible for the graduate visa. So I think you need to consult the nearest office here of Aussizz, and my team or will be able to assist you. Any chance for 491 accounting tax WA graduates? I mean, it depends on the points, Sony. So yeah, 80, 90 points. W graduates. I hope so. I hope so because the first round and the second round that I've got some information that they have highly targeted people who are coming from the critical sector, and those sectors and the high priorities occupations are construction, the nurses, and hospitality. So they didn't literally look at the accounting part, but I'm still hopeful with this point because the quota for this year is better than last year, and that will definitely help us to get more invites in other occupations as well, even though they are not critical. So stick around, Sony. Durgesh, how about agriculture in NSW? Durgesh, again, as I said, I've already discussed that earlier, that agriculture is a good one, and good occupation, of course. And New South Wales, yes, we are still waiting for a lot of information from NSW state. So I suggest that wait for that to have more clarity. Welder chances in 491, 85 points. Of course, Jigar, you have got a good chances. Danji, I live in. Hi, Danji. I live with my husband under 485, which is going to expire in this November. We applied 491, but we have 70 points and we are living in Geelong. Any possibility for innovation? Okay. What is the occupation, Danji? Because I need that in order to give you some idea. Visa is expiring in 5 months. Can I expect in invite? Well, Thaliba, they having an invitation is, there are so many other factors that department considered in order to invite people. And as I said, it's not about 3 months or a 5 month. It's about a lot of the range of occupations, range of the point that you have, and then the state that you're targeting. So I suggest that we need better understanding on your case, and we should connect. Abdul, 70 points in Victoria, 190. Is there any chance for winning invitation? Abdul, what is the occupation? That is the question here, brother. I'm currently living in Dubai. Okay, good, Rakesh. Rakshathan, good, good. You still didn't ask me the question, so I'm going ahead with the Ronia. Chances of a 491 yen, South Australia. 491 and 65 for 190. Any chances? Visa expiring in August 2025. Have started working full time as an yen for last 3 months. Yes. So Ronia, if you are working in South Australia and living in South Australia, now that depends on your 190 and a 491 whether you are living in the Adelaide city or outer region of South Australia. So there are a lot of other things to understand before I comment on your questions. But your location matters here in order to apply, in order to get invitation for a 491 or 190. I'm a software engineer, 95 points, 491. I'm currently residing in WA. Do I have a... See, Pragesh, with your points, the chances are very, very good, but I cannot tell you that 100%, right? So, yes, but you have got a very good chances, brother. It's a very good amount of points, so just stick around. The invitation round have just started, so we've got a long way to go, okay? Puneet, hi. Last question. I'm waiting for my wife to get skill assessment as secondary school teacher in Victoria. If I get invite for 190 through her, and do I need to withdraw my application of her? Well, see, if you get the invite from your wife, and if she applied for the visa and added you as a secondary applicant before your 491 visa get approved, then of course you can apply 190 through her and then withdraw your 491 visa before it get approved. Because if your 491 visa is approved, then only you're not qualified to apply for 190. So just understand that. Civil engineer, 75 points, 491, living in WA. Mohammed, it will happen. Yes, I am very sure it will come down to that point, but it will take maybe another two round or so. And if you're WA graduate, then just stick around. IT WA, 95 points. Any chances? Yes, good chances, Mr. Raja. Good chances. Just stick around. Physiotherapist, well, see, the last invite for the physiotherapist I had was at 90 point in WA. So imagine, Abdul, that if you are around that point, then it's a good that if not, then I think you need to improve your points because the competition is a bit higher there. Divya, Business analyst WA onshore 49195. Any luck? Again, Divya, as I said, we have got a better number of quota this year compared to last year, and that's the reason I suggest you to stick around because you have got a good chance. Hi, sir. I already applied my 190 restaurant manager last year, 2023. Now it's already been 14 months. What are the chances when I'll get my invite? Skill assessment will expire November 2024. I think, Jubraj, we need to focus on the renewal of your skill assessment, but it's valid for 3 years, so just consider that, okay? But chances are there, but we need a skill assessment. So if it is not, I mean, if it is in November, the expiry is November, then we have to renew it. Electrical engineer, 3 years experience in solar, 85 points, 491 chance to get invite. Good point, Jamin. And experience also, occupation is also good. So the chances are good because, as I said, the quota is better. We only have this. The two only invitation round have gone, so we should wait a little more time to have more clarity. But yes, you have got a good chances, brother. Abdul Salam, physiotherapist profession. I've answered that, Abdul, for the physiotherapist. But if you need more specific information, please shoot an email or maybe drop another detailed message. Vicky, Vicky, I'm very sure you felt a bit disappointed, but what I can do for you is I'm happy to offer you another free consultation with me if you would like, and I'm happy to answer all your queries. Please drop down your detail here, and my colleague Janvi, she'll contact you and book you in via Teams. Or if you want to come and see me face to face, then of course I can arrange that as well. I'm sorry for that, brother. Parin, when the point system going to change? Parin, as far as we know and we got the information, the new point test system is depends on the current election because the current government they are saying that they want to change it by this year, end of this year, which is November December, and then it will be implemented from the first financial year of the term, which is July 2025. But yeah, if everything goes this way, then of course the changes will definitely come through. And if the government is shift, then we all know that things can just have a bit of another shake, right? But yeah, the changes are going to happen this year. Have 80 points in civil draft person of on any chances? Yes, Junaid, good chances because this occupation is a critical and civil draft persons are pretty much are the one who are getting higher number of invites than any other occupation. Sanjay, hi. What are the chances for community worker in New South Wales? 80 points or move to Perth with job offer in WA. Sanjay, I think you if you are in NSW working in the field, then just stick around to NSW because we are waiting for a lot of information and clarity from NSW. Moving to WA right now is not wise until you get the clarity from NSW. Just stay there until we have got the clarity on NSW more. Which is going to expand November 5 year points occupation is accountant. We are living in Slum, but we don't have accountant job here yet. Any possibility for invite? Well, Danaji, I'm so sorry, but the points are very low, brother. And the way things are going, it is very challenging to have invite with the 70 points. So my suggestion is to look for the job in your field. At least it will help you to go towards the training visa pathway. Then you can renew and then go towards the 482 visa. In the meantime, of course, you can wait for your invite to happen, but invitation won't come with 70 points. So you must try to increase your points. All the best. Mehul, please discuss about partner visa options for PR holder. Mehul, you see, partner visa is very straightforward case. If you are a permanent visa holder, then the partner visa, there are only two partner visa. One is onshore, the second one is offshore. The onshore one says that 820-801 and the offshore one is the 309-100. So if you apply onshore, you get the bridging visa, the Medicare, and all the facilities and the work right as well. Whereas the offshore one is for those people who are currently offshore and apply for the partner visa 309-100, which does not give any bridging visa or Medicare or anything. But after lodging the 309-100, you can always apply for the tourist visa and bring your partner over. Other than that, it's a very comprehensive though in terms of documentation. So I suggest you to have at least one meeting with a professional and have more clarity. Mohsin, ITW 95 points 491. Yep, Mohsin, I think I've covered that earlier. Yes, you have a chance. Joy, fresh registered nurse in New Zealand, age 45, Indian passport holder. Any chance in Australia? Well, Joe, we have got age limit here for the skill visa, and if you want to go above this 45 year of age, then you can always consider going through a DAMA program, which is the employer sponsored visa. But in order to complete that, you need to have at least 1 year of experience. So fresh registered nurse is not wise. The age limit we have is a 55 for that, but you need at least 1 year of experience in order to execute that. And then, of course, an employer who is willing to sponsor you. Usman Ghani, my TR visa is ending in 6 months. I have 90 points. Chef, do have. Wow. I think you should have been invited, Usman. Usman, I think if you don't mind, you can drop me an email and give me some information because I've got invitation with 85 points today for a chef for WA. With 90 points, I don't know why you didn't get it. Maybe you must have updated your UI recently, or maybe something else. I would like to have more clarity on this, and then I can suggest you, Usman. Shushant, ICT security specialist working in nominated occupation 1.5 years, South Australia graduate, 85 plus 5. Yes, Sushant, good point, good profile, good situation. Stick there, brother. Divya, yes, yeah, it will happen. Just stick around. It's 95 points. I mean, what else could be, It's just that the occupation is, of course, not kind of, critical, but the quota is good this year. So I'm hopeful that if you are WA graduate and onshore, then you will have something. Yeah, either 190 or 491. Wendy, can you EY for 190 for 491 if you are currently under DAMA for it to? Yes, you can, Wendy. You can. Support engineer 90 points with 4 year experience NSW. Any chance? Support engineer 90 points. Yes, Chirag. Yes, you do. You do. I'm about to finish my bachelor's in community services. 85 points. Should I do a diploma in early childhood? Chances of early childhood. Sanjay, it's too early to think about doing another course at the same time, right? So finish your bachelor's degree, go on a 4-5 visa, and then by then we will have you should be able to do your skill assessment with Aqua, and then understand the current situation of the community worker occupation because it's a critical occupation, my friend. And then only you should consider doing another investment towards your another study. So you don't have to force yourself for doing something, wait. Civil engineering 75 points. Yes, Muhammad. Yeah, it's a good occupation, so it will definitely happen. Hi, is there any chance for software application programmer in WA with 85 points? All right, okay. So if you are not WA graduates but living and working in WA, then of course, see, either you will be invited for a 491 as soon as this couple of first round that goes towards the critical one, and it will come. But if it doesn't, then of course you are going towards the 482 visa because the experience what you have is like another 6 months will add up, and you can go on a 482 visa. And while you are on a 482, you can also wait for your skill visa to happen. So this is all a timing game, Ismail. Yeah, but we have to deal with it. And honors 75 points, including state nomination 190 South Australia. Any chance? Yeah, you have a good chance, but working in the field will add some more value, Paul. So look for a job if you haven't got it yet, and stick around. I have graduated in Western Australia with advanced diploma qualification and got positive skill assessment and applied for 190 with 65 and 75. Okay, all right. Let me read this again. Tending advanced diploma qualification, got positive assessment 19065 49175. Currently working in WA. Please, what is the occupation, my friend? I think you're talking about chef or maybe restaurant manager. Tendency, your points are not that great, but being a WA graduates, you will still have a better chances by this year itself. So stick around and try to improve your points. Smita, hi Smita. Pranjal, can we get IELTS Cambridge books from Aussizz office? Pranjal, I mean, IELTS Cambridge books, you can use a lot of material we have available on our PT tutorial and IELTS tutorial and all those other tests. So try there. I'm not very sure about IELTS Cambridge books though, but you can try with our nearest office and see if they can help you with something. Divya, I think I've covered your part. Anirudh, science technician. Okay, science technician, NEC, 70 points in EUI, applied 491 offshore. Anirudh, for offshore candidate, it's very hard, brother, this time, very hard, because we've got a very limited number of quota, and the department is trying to go very heavy on onshore at this point than offshore. So the chances are very slim, but I suggest you to improve your points. Improve your points. Hemali, hello sir. Any options for Baker? 2 years experience. Any options for Dama? Yes, Hemali. So if you have got a 2 years of experience as a Baker and I have a qualification, then you're certainly qualified to apply for your 482 visa under Dama if you have an employer who's willing to sponsor you. You can also go with the normal 482 if you have a qualification and experience, or you can also go with the Dama, whichever is convenient for you. Dinesh, Telecommunication System Support Officer, 85 points, 190, working in for NSW Health, living in regional NSW Wagga Wagga. Should I go for 491? Of course, Dinesh, of course. You should not leave 491 behind. Not at all. Not in this competitive time, my friend. I suggest you and I insist you actually, if I can, you should go with the 491 as well. Rishabh, I have a skill assessment in engineering technologist and currently living in WA, 90 points as I didn't do my uni in WA. The option is 189 at the moment. Any recommendation or other pathways? Rishabh, with this information, I can tell you that you are on a right track, but other pathways I can only tell you when I have got more information. So I suggest you to contact me if you are in WA and I'll be able to give you more detailed answer. NSW 95 190 security specialist. See, it's not a compulsory to have a work in the same nominated occupation, but it is advantage if you have. So, Muhammad, it's not that you won't be considered for the invite, but if you have it, it's good. If you don't have it, it's still fine. They will still consider for your invites. Can you EY for 190 or 491 if currently under DAMA 482? Yes, Wendy, I think I've answered that. Puneet, when NSW 491 pathway 1, I have a condition of dismit. Does it have to be a full period or it should meet the condition at the time of application? Example, currently I am not meeting the dismit level, but after November I might get hike. Yeah. It should be okay, Puneet. Yeah, that's correct. Prashant, can studying early childhood education online but in SEU, Lismore regional area, NSW, staying on a 408 visa, staying in regional area, be counted as a study? No, it's not. It's not counted, my friend. The online studies are not counted. Science technician, NEC, I've answered that. Pranjal, can we get IELTS Cambridge? I think, I don't know what happened. Did I? I have answered that, Wendy. Did I not? Saini, registered nurse, 190, 70 points, State Queensland. See, occupation is good, registered nurse, but the state has only very small number of quotas. So I suggest Shiny to look into other available options. If we have a sponsorship in Dama, how long we want to work under the sponsorship? All right. So if you are in Dama, you have got a visa for 5 years. You need to work for 3 years, and then you can apply for your PR, Tushar. Vivek, hi. For Victoria 190, which code is better chance to get invite? Telecommunication engineer or computer system network engineer? In fact, telecommunication engineer is assessed by Engineers Australia and computer system engineer is assessed by ACS. So you can have both if you want, Vivek. The chances are, say, whichever field you are currently working in, that's better for you because that's what you are going to mention in your ROI. Junaid, 85 points, software engineer, 189. 189, I can't give you much information for this Junaid because we don't know much about 189 right now. They do invitation round um, like once in a while, so can't do much. But for the other 190 and 491, yeah, you have got a good point, brother. The chances are there. It's just that matter of time. Usman, my TR is expiring in 6 months. I have 90 points for chef, 190 W8. Do have Usman? Did you study in Perth? If you have studied in Perth, you've got a premium chances. If you have not, then you've got a moderate chances. But you do have a chances. Yes. What are the chances in NSW? We are waiting for a lot of information from NSW, Harish. But you are also saying that you've got a 95 points for 190 and 90 for 189. Your occupation is not so kind of a critical or priority, but the points are good. Suggest you to look for the job in your field, man, if you don't have. ITW 95 points. Yes, my Mr. Raza. Yes. System analyst, South Australia graduate working and living in South Australia. Yes, system analyst. Of course, if you're working in the same field, then you have got a chances, Chintu. Kevin, computer network system engineer, 190, 80 points. 190, 80 points. 491, 90 points. The occupation is not bad, Kevin. It's a matter of time because so far they haven't touched any other occupations other than the critical, which is health sector and the hospitality and the construction. So I suggest you to just stick around. We need some time, man. It just started, so we've got a time. Finish advance in civil, maximum collect 85 points, 190 and 10 for 491. Okay, Parin, if you have completed your qualification in WA, then of course you have got a very good chance, brother. This is one of the popular occupation, not only popular but the critical as well. Stick around, Parin. Civil engineering draft person WA 70 points and 80 points for 491. Yeah, I've answered that. Sai, what's happening with South Australia ROIs? I don't know what's happening, brother. But of course, without that, you are not qualified, right? So thank you, Puneet Bhai. Thank you for your appreciation. Gurpreet Singh, chef, graduate, 80 points, 491. If you're not invited in this round, then the next round, Gurpreet. So if you're W graduate, just stick around, brother. Mohit Tiral, 70 for 1491 in South Australia as a carpenter. Mohit, I think you need to improve your points a bit, and your occupation is really good if you're working in the field. Because if you would have scored a little bit better, then you would have been invited for 189 last round. I mean, sorry, last round. So I think you better focus on improving your points. Chances are good. So yeah, 80 points. System analyst 190 South Australia. Chintu, your question, I think I've covered that. As I said, that we're still waiting for some information from the first invite from South Australia to give you some more kind of a clear idea because the data is not available. I can't do much about South Australia right now. But you should improve your points because your occupation is pretty common and most of the people they have got more than 80, 85 points. So you work towards that, brother. Pharmacy technician from NSW. Same thing, Bhushal. This is not enough information for me to give you a lot of idea, but yeah, occupation is fine. I have graduated advanced diploma leadership and management, a positive skill assessment from restaurant manager. Okay, good. 19065. Your points are very low, Tendin. I suggest you to improve your points. You might get invite, but I suggest you to improve your points. I'm PR, recently got engaged, and my fiance in India, working and doing PhD. Our marriage is scheduled in January. I'm planning to apply for tourist visa before my marriage. Is it a good idea? Well, Simar, if you are doing a PhD and if you can't travel, then of course you can apply for tourist visa for your fiance. But as I said, that India is considered as a high risk country at this point of time for a tourist visa, especially for tourist visa, and we have seen a lot of refusal for a tourist visa. So I cannot promise you that your visa will definitely go through unless Simar has got a very strong profile. Can you tell me, there are any pathway licensed aircraft engineer to PR with 482 visa? Licensed aircraft engineer. Vijraj, did you have any skill assessment in the nominated occupation? If drop that message and then I'll give you clarity on that. I have to check though. When you have answered that, you can apply. Yes. Is there any chance for software application program in Western Australia with 85 points for 491? Yep, Ismail, I've covered that. Yes, you do have a chance. Mahesh, 95 points for Victoria, 190 as engineer technologist. Yeah, that's good point. Stick around. Can studying early childhood education online? No, I have already answered that. Any chance for me? Sir, what are the chances for telecom network planner or field engineer for the financial year in Queensland? This Queensland has a very small number of quota this year, so we really have to understand a lot more before I suggest you anything about Queensland right now. Yeah, Kalyan, please provide me your email ID. It's already been dropped in the message. Please collect it from there, Kalyan. Otherwise, I'll send you again. Janvi, my colleague, she will drop you a text message. Hi, Bhaumik. What is the waiting time for 186 electrical engineering? Usually about 5 months. If you're talking about direct entry, 5 months, roughly. Sorry, guys, 1 second. Um, wow, got a lot of questions. Okay. I think the last one was 186 question, which I've covered. Now let's Kevin. I'm in WA. Good, better state for the skilled migration. When we can see invitation round result today? Well, it should have come by now. I'm also waiting for that cutoff thing because we have got our data. We are trying to compile that. Okay, here we go. We have got that. So we have got the total number of invites, and those invites for this. I'm talking about this round today, the one which has happened today. So total invitation 796 invitation have been issued, and let me just download the PDF. Okay, bear with me, guys. I'm just downloading and giving you a more clearer idea. So if I would talk about the Schedule 1 occupation, which are more of the health-related occupation, then the enrolled nurse was invited with 80 points, and occupation therapist was 85 points. Pharmacy technician was 80 points. A registered nurse average 80, 85 points. And if I would go with the general stream, Schedule 2, which is for all the people who are living in interstate, who are living in Western Australia but studied in another state. So if I would say cafe manager was 90 points, carpenter was 95 points, chef was 85 points on an average. Civil draft person 90, civil engineer 85 points. Early childhood teacher 90 points, community worker 90 points, Social worker 105 points. Wow. Yep. No accountant, no IT, nothing. They did not get any invite for such occupations which are not critical, unfortunately. But all other just going through that. The graduate, I mean, the graduate is for the people who have studied in Western Australia. So cafe restaurant manager around 80 points, chef around 80, civil engineer 80, civil draft person 80. So on an average 80, community worker 80, cook 90, dentist 85, endo nurse 85. Then we have got occupation therapist 80 points, pharmacy technician 90, registered nurse 80, average 80 points for all the nurses mostly. And if I go with the last stream, which is a graduate vocational, where cafe manager was 70, carpenter 70, chef 85, civil draft person 70, and community worker 90, cook 65. Wow. So yeah, here is the answer for EOI for this invitation round today. It's available on the website, uh, Arad. You can go and check that as well. If you need clarity, you can drop an email. We'll send the information to you. Chances for telecom engineer, as I said, they have not invited any IT related occupation. So Mukesh, we have to wait, but chances are there. Yes. Do you think it is necessary for an advanced diploma? Yes, it is absolutely necessary, Sange. You cannot avoid that. That will change all your hierarchy in order to be invited. 95 points, business analyst 190. Good chances, Rof. Points are very good. It's just a matter of time and, of course, the ROI that you filled and experience. If you don't have, then work on that. Points always a competitive, Anirudh. We need to look at those all possible avenues to improve the points. If you are invited as a single, then it's not a wise idea to get into a relationship. 75 points, 491, 65, 190 chef. Pooja, today what we have got is chef got invited at 85 points with a diploma level qualification. So you can have the answer. 190 external auditor. Nah, not much Kasif. Sorry, Kazi. Not much chances, brother, with this occupation because they did not literally consider any external auditor from last two rounds. But if you're working in your field, then at least you will have backup, which is a 4A2 if you're not invited. 75 points for secondary school teacher in Victoria, working in regional area, SST, but I'm located in metropolitan. What are my chances for 190? See, the cutoff these days is about 80, 85, Shavini. So I suggest you, if you're trying to secure 190, then suggest you to improve your points. I will refuse once in my student visa. Can I apply 186 if I get sponsored? If you're meeting the requirement, then of course you can apply. It's just that you have to, if you're a Section 48 not holder of a substantive visa, then you have to go offshore in order to apply for your 186. Reply to Usman Ghani. I have replied, my brother. I don't know if I missed it. I'll check that. I'll go back once I'm done with the other questions. Okay. Chef 90 point regional Victoria. Yeah, Rahul, it's good point. Yes. 190 motor mechanic in Victoria, 190 motor mechanic in Victoria, 90 points. Yeah, points is good. Motor mechanic, yeah, no problem. As long as you're working in the field. Community worker, 190, 75 points. W graduates. Well, see, today we have got that. And community worker, 90 points. I've got invitation with 90 points. Assist. So you can imagine the competition. So I suggest you to improve your points. What about welder first class 491 Victoria? Janice. The points are still a lot of people are asking this question. You trade occupation, good occupation, chances are good. But again, improving your point is something that you should consider. 2 years study in automotive, then TR certificate for in cookery, chef skill assessment, so I can apply for V186 direct. Balkar, you need to have a 3 years of full-time work experience after the qualification in the nominated occupation. Then only you can apply for the 186 direct entry. Otherwise, you have to go through the 482, then 186. Replying to Mukesh, ready? Did I not? Mukesh, sorry if I have not. Then please repost your question. I'll cover it. 70 points. Living in working in enrolled nurse for the last 8 months, full time, South Australia as a South Australia graduate. I can give you more clarity on South Australia once the at least one invitation round goes through, which has not yet. Business analyst WA onshore. Yeah, Divya, as I've already told you these things. Stick around. We haven't got any invite for the IT yet, not for business analyst, but nothing for any other occupation either. Working field NSW state on point 70. What should I do? Didn't get invite. ECT working. I didn't get your occupation. ECT. Adam, please repost it. Aeronautical engineer, 80 points. Superior English. Working mill manager. Months as a mill manager. Aeronautical engineer. Living in which? You living in Victoria Regional. Okay. Shoaib, it's a good profile. I suggest you to just wait for maybe 2 3 round. It will come through. Which is the best PR pathway? Obtain MBA, Bachelors of Mechanical, UNISA, 30 years of experience, age is 50. Because you only have an option of going through DAMA because your age is above 45 for the skilled visa. Santosh, ACT metrics. Santosh, actually, I've got an answer for you. ACT metrics are already available on their website. And if you want to have more information on this, you can drop an email to me. I'll give you a lot of information about ACT metrics. I'll connect you with my local team there in ACT as well. They can help you with a lot of other stuff. One here from you, sir. Want one here from? Yeah, please, Rupa. You can certainly ask me a question. No problem. ECT working ECT. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. See, Ali, the invitation points have just started, right? And one second. Yeah, the invitation rounds have just started, right? So having your occupation in demand and having 80, 85 points, it's good. You just have to have some patience, brother. I have automotive qualification from Sri Lanka and studying technology in motorsport. What are my chances for engineering technologist? You have an automotive qualification from Sri Lanka. Well, see, if your qualification is aligned towards engineering and have got at least 4 years degree, then we can look into this option of a skill assessment as a technologist. Otherwise, I can't give you much clarity because I don't know much about your case. There is no requirement of experience if you go through the Engineers Australia, but there is a requirement of a CDR. Is invitation gettable on 80 points for chemist offshore? Maybe Rajput AV, maybe because we have got all the invites so far for onshore and not offshore. I've answered your question, Sadia. If you are working, maybe if you are working in your field, then of course you have a salary. So you should put your information in your ROI. What about microbiologist living in NSW? Single. 190. Another state option. Aman, as I said again, that if you're living in working in NSW and have your occupation in that particular occupation list, then stay there until we have got some at least some invitation round, because we haven't got this round right for the NSW yet. We are all waiting for it. Correct? Just a second, guys. Nikhil, 75 point chef. Nikhil, today we have got the invitation and chef was invited at 85 points. So I suggest my client to improve the points. Agricultural consultant, you can get invite, but there are no invitations so far for that occupation. So agree, let me check. No, yep, they did not invite yet. So it will happen, but not at this point of time. But patience is a key, saying Piyush. Rahul Ruthi, yes, yeah, it's a good point, Rahul. You stick around, man. And if you're not working, make sure you keep working. Early childhood educator with 75 points. Early childhood educator, I think you're talking about teacher. Early childhood educator. Let me check. Victoria. Yeah, you're talking about teacher. Victoria, teacher. Divyang, Divyang, are you working in the field? Because working in the field will improve your chances. Pharmacy technician 482 in NT. If see NT has got a like a requirement only for the people who are in NT. They don't invite anyone who are outside of NT. So in your case, technical auto, we need to have a clarity on information. And for the 482, you can do wherever you want, man. There is no restrictions for the 482. You can do in NT, you can do it in Western Australia, you can do it in any other state, wherever you have an employer. Ashar Khan, do I need to do PTE after graduate diploma in early childhood? If I've completed 4 years of education in Australia, will I automatically get 20 points? Please answer. Two different things, Arshad. If you're talking about the skill assessment from a AITSL as a teacher, then you do not need English test if you have got 4 years of a qualification in Australia, which is bachelor's or higher. But if you're talking about the points, then it's a different story. For points, you do need English test. So yeah, don't confuse yourself. Is WA round currently going on? It happened today only, Shoaib. Occupation aeronautical engineer. I think I've answered this. Can you please talk about ACT matrix? I've answered that. What are the chances? Technical auto. What are the chances? I've already answered that. Chances, of course, it's good chances if you have a good employer. Visa start for India. We have got the news only for the Indian passport holder for the working holiday visa. It's already been published on the department website as well. A lot of information is available, and then we are waiting for the legislation as well. So, which will be implemented from this month. We'll have clarity on that, Kishan. What are the chances for Modern getting 80 points, 491? It's okay. It's not a very great point, Rochelle, but you better improve your points. We need to wait for one invitation round, Jamin, to give you more information about accounting in NSW. CBD, I've applied for WA as well. Please tell me the chances as my visa is expiring in December. Sai, you need to start thinking about your further plan as a backup if you are not invited, because the points are good, but if the invitation round doesn't happen faster, because NSW is always slow for the first initial financial year, for the first 2 months or 3 months. So because we are running out of time, you need to have a backup. The chances are good though. Experience in 2 years in India did B farm. Good, well done. You need to find a sponsor who can sponsor you. Hi, bhai. Do we need to have a job contract if we get 491? No, you don't. For 491, there is no contract requirement, Naveen. Absolutely no requirement. What are the chances for network and system engineer in Victoria? 85 points, not working in the nominated occupation. Network and system engineer, 85 points. Well, ROI is the key here, man. And working in the field can add a value in terms of invites, but it's not compulsory though. So yeah, chances, of course, you're fighting with two things. One is that your occupation is not critical. The second thing is that more people are there who are having higher points and working in the field. So you understand that you are putting yourself in a risk if you don't do something towards your points and of course your work. Diesel mechanic Victoria working Victoria regional 60 on points. Which visa is better? Kevin, in with your question and the points what you have, I think you go with whichever comes first, brother. You must consider both of them. 85 points. Victoria will launch UI in January. Do I need to work in nominated occupation? It's not compulsory, but if you work good, Kasun, I'll be completing a master's November this year. Planning to study nursing 2 years program. IRN. Yeah, Kasun, well, see, you need to consult someone because you're doing a master's degree completing, and then after the right after that, you're going for another study. I mean, it's okay. I'm not saying no, don't do it, but we need to understand a lot more before I suggest you because it's not easy for me to, I mean, I can say that you can study, but not a wise. It's not a right practice. You look for the proper options, what we can particularly do it with your current qualification before we suggest you something else. What is the process? Okay, what is the procedure for skill assessment through DAMA and what document need for the sponsor? Well, first of all, it depends on the occupation, and then I can suggest you that. So you better contact me via email, and I'll be able to give you a lot of clarity on that, brother. Also, I'm finishing my 2 years advanced diploma course in civil construction design. What about the recent changes in regarding skill? All right. So, Sai, say this is not something you need to worry about because the skill assessment pathway, we used to go with the accredited pathway without any CDR. Now, the only addition we have is a CDR for Engineers Australia. So it's just that we have to prepare 3 career episode and then submit the application. But it's not a rocket science, so don't stress, man. It will come through. Diesel mechanic Victoria working regional. I've answered that. Processing for 309 about 16 to 18 month. Grishma, do they invite for 190 offshore? Not right now. No, not at this stage. But it could possibly happen later. But not in first couple of rounds. University lecturer 85 points. 3 years. Yeah, stick around. This is a good occupation. Just stick around. Diesel mechanic working in Victoria. I've answered that. Moise Khan, hello. What are the electrical engineer 491 living in WA but not graduate? Yeah, Moise, if you're living in WA, you are possibly having good chances, but it's just that we have to wait for at least 1 or 2 round in order to have some more clarity about non-priority, non-critical occupation. Because currently, first 2 or 3 round, this is always a trend that they will always only invite people who are from the critical. Kevin Chaudhary, diesel mechanic, Victoria working Victoria. What about mechanical engineer 80 points 491? Yep, same. It is going to happen, of course, I believe. Hope you are well, brother. All right, Prince. I got it. You're covering 482 topic. Okay, Prince. I can cover that personally for you, Prince. Um, if you have a question, please, you can always reach out to me. You know that. You can drop an email to me or you can ask me here. I'll answer it. But if you drop an email, I'll better help you there personally. What documents are required? NSW 190 living residency proof. Of course, a lease, a bank statement, a registration, license, and all those things required for the living proof in any of the state. You name it. Kevin, Victoria State has good chance. Victoria, NSW, and Western Australia, these three states has got a better number of quota. So of course, how can we say that we don't have a good chance? Chef 190, 49180, 19070, living and working in Western Australia, did advanced diploma. Well, Selja, we have got invite today, and Chef was invited with 85 points for the diploma, advanced diploma. So you can imagine, you need to work on your points, or maybe have a patience and teacher round come. There is no specific date for teacher to come for any round, but of course they invite people according to the occupation which are critical for that state. 3 months experience or 6 months experience in 190 as a child care, not in WA. No, there is no requirement of the experience for the teacher. But if you are invited for 190, you need a job offer. If you are invited for 491, you don't need a job offer. Sydney, we are waiting for that. Sydney is always late, but of course the invitation round will happen soon because most of the state have started that. Skill important. Is the date deemed skill important? I think your question, you have to paraphrase that. Priyank, skill assessment is civil draw person working as a project engineer, construction company, South Australia, 80 points. What's my chances? Priyank, you have got a good chances, brother. You've got a good chances. You're working in the field, you've got the points. I think the only thing you should do is you just work around your points if you can. The rest is pretty good, man. Any invitation round for the no, not yet, Nagesh. What about pharmacy technician 491 95 points NSW? Not round yet, but Western Australia has invited people with with about general stream. A pharmacy technician was invited at 80 points. Pharmacy technician was invited with 80 points. Kshitiz, that was for you. NSW, no information yet, brother. Hopefully soon. But Versus has underused 1 year. Can I show employment proof, payslip, etc. to show? Yeah, if your experience is post qualification, which is 3 years, then of course you can use it, even though Versus has deemed it, brother. Okay? No worries, Datrai. All the best. Mayank, I have assessment as a technologist. What are the scope of getting 190, 491? It depends on where are you trying, Mayank. Which one, 491 or 190? Priyank, what was your question? Both of that. Both of that. But 491 is something that can, I mean, 491 has got better chances in your case. Teacher will invite in 65 points, Sydney. I doubt. Improve the points, brother. No worries, Sitish. Hi, good day. What about student visa onshore? I already applied. If you have applied for the student visa onshore, then depends on range of reason if your student visa will come through or not, right? So, Afan, I need more information on that, brother. Can I use my experience if I was working during my student visa? You can use that experience for the 482 visa, but not to claim the points. If the experience is not the post qualification, then you can't use that for the points. Replying, thank you, no worries. Does casual? Yes, it does work for 482. Absolutely, it does. We have covered pretty much everything so far. And if I have missed any of the question, please feel free to drop an email to me. I'm more than happy to answer it. And as I said, that the invitation round happened today in Western Australia, and we have got a lot of invites. The total invitation they have done is 796 people, and out of that total, if I would give you more information on that, then I can tell you the 491 was 491 was 100 for the schedule 1, 100 for the schedule 2, and 190 100 for the schedule 1, 100 for the schedule 2, whereas 125 for the graduate higher education in WA, 125 for the 491 higher education graduates. 46 for the vocational and 100 for the 491, who are only, I mean, this is only for the graduates who have studied in Western Australia. The information is available on the state government website. You can, of course, look at those things and then have a more understanding of it. Yeah, for 1 and 6, we need 6 each in all. Without 6 each, we can apply. About 3 to 5 months, Afan. All the best, guys. I've covered pretty much everything, and if I missed on any of the question, then please feel free to drop an email to me, and I'll be able to reply. But I have pretty much covered this from past 1 hour, and I've tried my best to answer all your queries. I know you all are waiting for it, but as I said, that this is just a beginning. The invitation round have just started. Pretty much 60% of the state have started the invitation rounds. The first 1 or 2 round have gone, but the more rounds are going to happen according to the quota of the state. Please stick around and have a patience. Work in your field. Do not move around unless you've consulted a professional and identified that it is important for you to move to another state. Other than that, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, just understand the process of that particular state, understand the requirement of that state before you move. And the people who are in Western Australia, my suggestion is that I know WA State has only invited people who are from the critical sector and the priority occupation, and they have not invited any accountant or IT related occupation. But trust me, guys, this is just a startup. This is just a beginning. As we have got the good number of quota, the state is trying to accommodate more people in the graduate. Stick around, have a patience, and in the meantime, try to look for the job in your field as well as try to improve your points. That's all I can say as of now. And for the rest of the information or any other clarity, you can always be in touch with me or my colleague at Aussizz Group, and we'll be able to help you. Thank you, guys, and all the very best to all of you. Have a happy Friday. Take care. Bye bye.